Best wishes all of you. Just what I thought, it's better I give something useful guidance to everybody. So I have chosen one good topic for your career guidance. So when we talk about this career guidance, there are some schools or educational institutes in which there is a lot of guidance is going on. But in some schools, simply they neglect this aspect. Just concentrate on improving the academics. But when there is no guidance for the students and when there is no proper way, or if they don't know where they are going, it's their life is like rudderless boat. We should know where we are moving. That's why we actually, it's better the children should get guidance at the early stages of their life so that they can concentrate on achieving a particular goal. So nowadays we can see that there is a lot of developments in your information technology. We can see that there are many online websites are there which can provide guidance related to your career development. We have also a lot of your TV channels. There are many interviews with the experts in this particular field who can guide the children very well. And also we have this print media. Sometimes we can see in particular newspapers there is a lot of guidance about your career development. I don't think nowadays, some children, in particularly in rural areas, they are not getting good guidance as far as your this career development is concerned. That's why what happens, once they complete their graduation course or even post graduation course, they will be in dilemma what to do. They don't know about their skills and they don't know about their talents. This is the problem. No? The rural people, mostly you can see in India, there is no proper guidance for the children. And then further, actually adding fuel to this problem, the parents are illiterate in rural areas or in urban areas. Sometimes, in many cases, we can see that parents are busy with their own work and they won't find time to spend with the children or to guide them. Just the children will be left out. But in some cases, in urban areas like your metropolitan cities in Mumbai, New Delhi, Chennai, and Kolkata, or some other this one, one tier, first tier cities, there is a lot of career guidance is going on in the form of even seminars. Some people, career guidance experts, they go to the schools and colleges, they guide the children. Then in such cases what happens, so definitely they achieve their goals. The children will set goals at an early stage and then achieve their goals. But there are some instances, you can say, for example, Barack Obama, he never thought that he would be the president of USA. Similarly, if you take the case of Sachin Tendulkar, he developed, just his interest is to play cricket, and then he improved that particular game, and now he is the world's number one batsman. So there are some other instances, what happens, you can say Anil Kumble and Javagal Srinath. These two guys are engineers basically, but they developed their career in cricket because they are interested in that particular field. Similarly, you take, sometimes, even some teachers, I met many teachers, the teaching profession for them is it's an accidental one. Otherwise, some teachers said that it's an interest. Say, I am also basically an engineer, but, due to some domestic problems, I had to come to this teaching field. See, there are many factors which play a dominant role in selecting a particular career in a particular field. That's why children need a lot of guidance. I said already that they should know where they are going. See, you can see many vehicles on the road. If the driver does not know that where he is going, it's very difficult for him. Even for example, you can take the example of even a ship in the ocean. The ship, this ship should know where they are going, and then the people in the buses and cars and flight, they should know where they are going. That's a goalless life, it's like a rudderless boat. That's what I plan, just it's better to you give, just I should give you some guidance related to your career development. Something should be useful for you. So first of all, while selecting a particular career, you should think of your interest. For example, if you are interested in physics and mathematics, you can become an engineer. You can contribute for the economic development and social development of the countries of the world. Similarly, if you are interested in teaching field, just select a particular subject like physics and complete your master's degree. You can also complete your bachelor of education in physical sciences. If you are interested further in this particular subject, you can do your MPhil and PhD, and just you can improve your career. So there are several types of professions, like you can say that there are some teachers, you can become an engineer, doctor, you can become a sportsman, you can become a politician, businessman, scientist, writer, a technician. You can become a good singer. For example, you can take the case of SP Balasubramaniam. He was also basically an engineer, but since he likes singing, just he developed the profession in particular that particular field, and is now actually one of the best singers in India, we can say in general, and in South India in particular. He is one of the most popular singers. Of course, now he has become very old, and I think now he stopped singing. See, that is the way, first of all, you should know the particular interest. If you are interested in particular subject, you should go until the research of particular that topic, and then contribute for the social and economic development of the country. So sometimes, there are some other factors which play a dominant role. Say, I told you already that there were some cricketers who were basically engineers, but they could develop this one, in the field of the cricket. Sometimes even monetary factors will play a dominant role. For example, you see, there were some people who did their engineering, but they don't go for this one, working elsewhere. They themselves will be entrepreneurs. They themselves will start a consultancy firm. They themselves can give employment to many people. See, this one, if they want more money. See, even in some teachers' case, for example, if they work in developing countries, you say the salary will be very low. That's why most of the teachers, they would like to work abroad, where the this one, remuneration would be so comparatively, actually, and comparatively they get some better perks or remuneration or even salaries. There will be many other benefits. See, in India, for example, there are many government teachers who are working. They are not happy with the salaries. So, if they develops just good command over the English language, and then if they have a good subject, for example, I am a physics teacher. I worked in several countries already. I started my career in India, and then I got an opportunity to work in Maldives as a teacher for IGCSE students. I was teaching there for even O levels and then A levels. And then later on, I got an opportunity to work in an university in Ethiopia. And then after completion of my contract there, I got one more opportunity in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. There also I was a physics teacher. See, this is the thing now. First of all, you should develop your own skills. You should have very good command over the language and even good subject with you. Then there will be many opportunities. So basically, what happens, many factors will play in your career choice. Sometimes I told you even domestic factors and then monetary factors, special interest, personal passion will be there. I told you about Sachin Tendulkar. He was interested in cricket. Simply from the childhood onwards, he was just playing the cricket, and he reached the top of the world. So there is no end. Once if you develop very good skills in your particular area, and then if you know the intensity of the competition, definitely you can succeed. You should analyze the competition and you should be somewhat better than others. Then definitely opportunities will knock your door. There will be no question of unemployment. There will be no question of your dissatisfaction. So that's what I said. Nowadays you are getting lot of information on your websites. Due to developments in information technology. But even then, I would like to guide many of my students. In several countries of the world, and even in my own country. I want to see that they get good guidance. First of all, tonight itself, just you sit down and go for self analysis. So what are your strengths? You check what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. For example, if you are weak in mathematics or physics, just you try to spend more time on developing these two subjects, and then find out the opportunities and then threats. You find out, you make a soft SWOT analysis. And then what happens, just if you write down on paper what are your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats, just you try to analyze that particular SWOT, SWOT. Just check where you are, and then have develop very good interaction with the teachers. Just develop very good interaction with your family members. In some cases what happens, even family members cannot guide you, because in some cases, as I already told you, in rural areas parents would be generally illiterate. So that's why it's better you always have very good interactions with your teachers, useful interactions, and then interactions with your friends, interactions with your relatives who have somewhat achieved something good in life, somewhat they are leading better life. They can guide you. So if you just waste your time roaming here and there for employment without actually analyzing the things correctly, then definitely you will be in trouble. So what happens, this especially in the family, domestic nature of job. Sometimes what happens, see, nature of job. Sometimes I told you already, in some of the underdeveloped countries, the teaching job, if you take for instance the teaching job, may not be yielding the desired results, or you will be in dissatisfaction. I saw many teachers working in Ethiopia, local teachers, the local guys who got job as an assistant teacher. When I was working there as an assistant professor, there were some teachers, for example, who are local guys, and they are highly dissatisfied with their remuneration. So this is the nature of job. See, immediately some of my colleagues who are working with me there, just they changed their profession because they did not like it. Due to the nature of the job, means we can say this remuneration wise, they were feeling that the workload was more, and then their remuneration was less. And they further told me that the foreign teachers, for example, there were many Indian teachers, there are many teachers from other countries of the world who are getting better salaries. But these local guys, But these local guys, they were not at all happy, and then they tried to change their profession. Then I suggested them to develop their skills further instead of just blaming something else, or I even suggested them to go for self employment. That's why always you should try to avoid blaming some other things which are actually not in your control. That's why today what I thought, and I was actually guiding many children in several countries of the world, or even in my own country. I was guiding many students so that they can start their this one, work towards achieving the goals at an early stage. So once you decide, for example, like particular students, now in an international school in Bangkok. So I already visited some schools here, and many students asked me how to analyze these things. First, you sit down and write your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. Otherwise, just you can say first you check whether you are good in English or not. First, you check whether particular teachers are teaching very well, or whether you are in a position to understand particular subjects or not. Select now. For example, if you are interested in business, definitely you should have very good knowledge in economics. Without having the basic knowledge of economics, you cannot flourish in business profession. So you should also know about your business management skills and time management skills. You should also know about public speaking skills. You should also know about project management. You should also know about the demand and supply of particular goods and services. There are many factors. So similarly, if you are interested to do research in physics, definitely you should have a basic idea about physics, and then a basic idea in your several concepts. And then you should complete your bachelor degree and then master's degree. Definitely you will get good knowledge, and then you can go for research, and you can become a professor. You can also contribute for the this one publication of several research articles, and then see ultimately what you are doing, you developed skills, and then you are also contributing for the social and economic development of the countries of the world. So today, just you please try to, after you listen to this lecture, just to sit down and just you try to analyze where you are, what are the various weaknesses for you, and try to overcome them. You take the guidance of your teachers, take the guidance of your parents if they are educated. And as I told you already, if there are parents who cannot guide you due to their busy schedule, otherwise due to lack of time, you yourself can browse the websites. You yourself can watch some good TV channels to get guidance, so that what happens once you set the goal and work for it with your determination and with your very good punctuality, discipline, and all that, definitely you can achieve the goal. So when I asked some students for example, some students, when I asked them what they would like to become in their lives and what is their future plans and all that, many students, even at the age of 15 and 20, could not give me the correct answer. They could not decide. They don't know where they are going. Some simply their parents are sending them to the schools or colleges. They go to schools and colleges and they try to get one degree for the sake of just namesake, for the sake of just getting the degree. They get a degree, and then they may participate in the business of the parents. This is not the way. You should develop your own skills. You should actually earn your own money. You should contribute on your own for the social and economic development of the countries of the world. Still, if you have any doubts about how to develop a career, just you can talk to me. I will give you my email ID. That is utrsprasad@gmail.com. Definitely, my intention is to see that students get good guidance from good teachers. See, I already told you there was even some teachers, you can see in most of the educational institutes, they will be busy with their own work. Teachers are also actually, they try to complete their syllabus, they are busy or they are under pressure, stress to complete the syllabus. Say, for example, out of 35 minutes or 40 minutes per period, teachers will go there and just write something on the board, and then they try to check the notebooks and clarify the doubts related to academics only. But many teachers, they cannot find time to guide the children for their career development. That's why just what I plan, it's better at least I should give you advice through internet. And then I request everybody, just please decide where you are going. First set goals and work for them. Otherwise, what happens, your whole time will be wasted. There were some students I saw in India, they had a goal of becoming IAS officers and IPS officers or simply civil servants. There were some guys who were sitting for this, sorry, for the sake of, just preparation of civil services examination, they used to spend time for even 5 years, 6 years. But even after 5 and 6 years, even after very good preparation, due to heavy competition, they could not get the service. See, 5 to 6 years were wasted due to lack of proper analysis of the civil services examination. That's why students should actually analyze what is the competition in particular field, what is the demand for particular engineering students, what is the demand for particular branch of doctors. See, there are many doctors like, gynecologists, or like cardiologists, neurologists. So the students should need to analyze what would be the demand for future, and what are the various, factors affecting the competition. See, even you can say that there are many engineering guys who completed their engineering studies with a very good percentage, but unfortunately could not find any job. See, we have to analyze the things very well. That's why first you should select what is your interest. If you are interested to become a sportsman, stop all wasting of time for your studies and all. Just concentrate on playing cricket. If you are interested to develop, for example, if you want to become a scientist, say many students, they may like your physics. Just go on reading books on physics and develop your knowledge. Then definitely you can improve your career in that particular subject. So I wish good luck to everybody. And if you have any problems or if you need any guidance, just definitely I am in a position to guide everybody. And thank you and wish you good luck, everybody. Thank